Hey everyone, and welcome to our finale of the Empire of Cado. Fortunately, Abigail couldn't be here for the finale, so I will be playing Adira somehow for this game. It'll be fine. But before we get into the finale, get into the wrap up that led to this, and see how this all turns out, let's do our introductions. We'll start with Jet.
Again. Always. Um, Hi, I'm Jet. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing Pyro, whose pronouns are he, they, and they are a Qatari warrior. We're all level 10 now.
Yeah, we
Big
are.
finale. Ooh, yeah.
Javante.
Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary fighties, and hellions of all walks of life. My name is Javante, and I am playing Mz, the Simia Guardian Paladin.
And what else is Mazzy now?
Also, I'm now I'm now what, the king?
You're the emperor.
Emperor. I
The
am the
emperor of
emperor of the
Cado.
realms.
Yes, you
This is
are.
pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
That's the less important facet of who I
Amber.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. I am a. You know what? Okay. I guess I have to amend this because a project I worked on has just announced this. I am a three-time Emmy nominated and one-time Emmy winning TTRPG writer, editor, podcaster, and streamer.
Hell yeah.
Since Chew just won Judge's Choice at will be winning Judge's Choice at the Emmys. So that's sick. What the fuck?
Made sense to me.
Yeah.
Checks
Um,
out.
Yeah.
but I won't be there because I'm not going to Gen Con. Anyway, that's the only thing I have to plug.
I'll
I am
I'll be at Gen Con. I'll just dress up as you and accept it for you.
here. You want my titties? I'll give you my titties.
I
Wait,
mean,
no,
yeah.
I already got her titties.
I mean, I won't say more no to more, okay?
I have so much titty, y'all can take some.
I would
Equal
appreciate it.
opportunity titty gifting. Anyway,
Take my titties too.
uh,
I want them. You can have mine.
I have so many friends who don't want their titties. It's so nice.
yeah, the thing I'm gonna plug is your backyard. Hey, have you sat in your backyard lately? Have you had a nice cold drink in your backyard lately? Maybe you should. It's pretty great. I am playing Droxy, pronounced they, she. And Droxy is what does my character sheet say? Slyborn Fawn Ranger, level 10. Also, I now am able to announce my marriage to to my amazing wife, who is being played by Paige tonight. So yay, go team. Sorry, lots of stuff.
That's fair.
Osio, I am cast with the MP Ghost. I'm not an award winner. I just like telling stories with anybody. And yeah, tonight I am playing Nam Goes here, who is the head assassin person for the new Emperor. I am also a murder robot that apparently is an heir. Like since my moms can formally recognize their marriage, and I am an heir, so I'm a murder robot with land.
Everyone is now
So
very,
Hell
very,
yeah.
very titled up in this group.
hey,
And
yeah.
obviously, Abigail's not here, so I will throw their socials in the chat. Go follow Abigail. They're great. They are up for the Crit Awards, so fingers crossed for them. I think they're up for Best D&D player, I believe. Yeah, Best D&D player.
Wow.
So good luck to Abigail. She is here in spirit. And then everyone, I am Paige. I will be playing everyone else, including the enemies that are about to try to kill our party, as well as two members of the party, as I'm both playing Adira and Gale, who they saved last episode. But before we get into the last episode, or the new episode, let's recap. So, started the episode of Adira captured in the prisons deep underneath the castle, only to be revealed that her mentor Nebula has been working with Prince Regent Urden, who was actually in on killing the Emperor after all. after they quickly escaped with the help of their children, I guess I should say, in parentheses, as the little animated cutlery that they had on them freed them and they were able to escape and reach the rest of the party, they quickly chased down a lead into the city with Lady Elena from Abigail's group of people to know what was going on and that they were trying to do something to give Prince the seat of the empire. And right as they regrouped, a dome of magic exploded over top of the city. Our heroes raced back to the castle with Adira's recall rune, only to be pulled into a ritual circle as Adira's magic was siphoned to start the ritual. And now our party stands before Prince Urden III, Lord Nebula, Princess Irana, Dratzi's sister, as well as one of the 7 cardinals of the church, Phil. Just, basic white guy. He was here all alone. And with that, let's commence our battle. There's no initiative. You guys are facing off against these 4. There's a pulsing red circle of magic. Adira's down on a knee behind you guys, kind of winded from whatever the hell that was. As the other 4 of you and Yale kind of stand in front of her, facing off against this threat. Well, the prince looks at all of you. You seem to be wearing my crown. And we have a lot to get through today, so why don't we make this quick? He steps into the ritual circle. As he steps into the circle, he grows and grows and grows, quadruplet in size, becoming this hulking abomination of black obsidian scaled dragon scales that just burst all over his body, and a huge draconic maw sits. And you just see like veins of molten lava just dripping through the cracks of the scales as the ritual circle bursts and surrounds him with its magic. And as it does so, you hear Adira cry out in pain behind you guys.
Oh my god, dear. Oh my god. I like turn around and like run to her.
I'm okay. Whatever he's doing is draining my magic faster. You should probably stop him soon, please. You see, like, she's physically straining, like, sweat pouring down her face, veins bulging at the neck, even.
Okay. Wait, where all? Hold on.
Can I do a rain of blades?
You sure can.
Yeah. Spend a hope to conjure throwing blades that strike an enemy very close. Fine, I'll make him very close to me.
You just gonna run up and throw blades at the dragon guy?
Yes, let's go.
Go for it.
Let me just make sure I spend that hope. Get out of my way.
This will put you within melee range of him.
That's fine. I'm a fighter.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna die. It's fine. I'm a robot. I don't really live. Let's go.
How dare you?
Don't suck, don't suck, don't suck, don't suck. Okay, 18 with fear. That's fine. I don't care. 18 with fear.
You run up and you throw these knives at the dragon emperor for them to shatter across his obsidian scales as he laughs down at you. And as you miss with fear, I will react. As Prince Urden looks down at you, laughs, and let's see, what does he have here? He spins around, and this massive tail swings down at you. And make an attack back at you.
Okay. That's cool.
Does a 26 hit?
Hit what?
Hit your evasion?
Oh, yeah. Well, it kind of doubles my evasion. So, yeah.
Perfect. So
I'm a rusty robot. It's fine.
I'm gonna have them make a reaction roll.
okay. And what roll would that be?
It just says to make a reaction roll.
What's the ability specifically?
Onslaught.
Your sheet here. Let me open it up.
Onslaught.
Okay. Onslaught. Okay, when you successfully hit, in addition, whenever an enemy within weapon range deals damage to an ally when an attack that doesn't include you, you can mark distress to immediately have them make a reaction roll 15. On a failure, you deal weapon damage to a half efficiency. Okay, so you're like attacking them in response.
Yes.
It says within weapon range. You are not within range at the moment, however.
How?
Your weapon range is melee, which means you would need to be at least like 10 to 15 feet in front of in between them. You're still back by the door with the rest of them.
This bastard.
Unfortunately, you would not be close enough to react. As Nam takes 20 points of damage from
No,
this
I don't.
tail swing, as they're just slammed in the cement, cracking it around them as dust flies up in the air.
Okay, so it doesn't hit my major. Wait, which
Yeah.
one is these?
Yeah, you look at your 3 thresholds and just slot it in between where it would go.
Okay, well, it's in between 15 and 39. So
Is that in
we're
between your minor and major, or in between your major and severe?
39 is in my severe, my major and severe.
Okay, so then
It's
it would be
more than
2
my
points.
minor.
It
Just
would be
oh,
2 points of damage.
uh-huh. Oh wait, I have to sign in. Sorry.
Now you're
I
gonna look at
can't
your
do-
sheet real quick for you. So between 15 and 39 would be major, and then over 39 severe. So yeah, it would be major damage. Unless you want to mark 2 armor spots, because then that would bring it down to minor, and you would take 1.
Okay, I'll do that
Okay, yes, just mark 2 armor spots and mark 1 point of hit points.
when I
As
learn
you
how
are
to
slightly
sign in
into.
again.
All good. No worries. And as you do so, he turns, and you see the 3 with him now in response, not knowing this is going to happen, all the terrified looking up at what he has become and are like slowly backing away from him. Don't worry, there's a little bit of magic left over for the 3 of you as well. You're not going anywhere. And his maw opens and magic just pours out and covers the 3 of them as they also transform. Nebula gets plated in like this red and black armored robes that just if you look at him for too long, you just feel uncontrollable anger just pouring off of this man. Arana has taken on the form of what you would expect the typical succubus would look like. Very minimal clothing in an allure that, besides Dratzi and I'll probably also Nam, affects the rest of you very acutely as you look at her. And the last one, Phil, doesn't seem to change too much outwardly. If anything, it's like every aspect of him has been perfected to like the highest degree that it could go. His hair respouts into like luscious blonde lots. His attire like becomes like the finest thing you would ever see in the Empire, and he just looks so put together and straightens up his posture.
Droxy spits at their sister. You were always jealous that I was the hot one.
Yet, you had to hide in the shadows while I got your title
Because I wanted it.
because you
I wanted
didn't
to hide.
because you didn't deserve it. Don't worry, you and your little wife will be together for the rest of your lives after I kill the 2 of you and send you to hell.
I have my whip that
Yeah, you do.
I would love to use.
I have a whip. Got it.
I have an ability that I have called Death Run. I can spend 3 hope to run an open path through the battlefield and make an attack roll against all enemies within weapon range along my path.
Yeah, you can. They're all close enough to each other. You can run up and attack all 4 of them.
Yeah, I would love to do that. So I'll spend my 3 hope now.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so for the first, roll your weapon damage at +1 proficiency. So I just have to roll 4 attacks.
That is correct.
Okay.
We'll say in order of where they're standing, you would go Urden first, then Nebula, then Phil, then your sister. So you'll end next to your sister.
Okay. That's exactly what I wanted. So great. So roll.
I should probably write down their evasions. Make this a little easier for me.
Okay, that first whip attack is a 14 with hope.
That one will miss as it lands off of his scales.
Okay. The second one is a 17 with hope.
17 hits right on the dot for Lord Nebula.
The third one is a 13 with hope.
That will miss against the Cardinal. And then last, your sister.
That will be a 13 with fear.
Also misses. The only one that hits is Nebula. So as you charge in, just what does it look like as you're just running and whipping on these people?
It's just like it is like flames and death and hatred through my eyes. As like I'm aiming for my sister, but it's just like I don't know. I don't use whips. In, in my wake.
Sus.
You
Very
just
sus.
hear like 4 big guns.
Just Catwomaning it all over the place.
Yeah. Listen, I am listen. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, as you charge in, obviously bounces off the scales of the prince. You kind of sideswipe around him and charge the 3 of them, successfully hitting Nebula across the chest, raking into his body. But as you go to attack the Cardinal and your sister, the Cardinal dives out of the way, and then your sister catches the whip and pulls you near, and is going to react.
Nebula got 20 damage.
20 damage, perfectly. Let's see. That will only be 1 point of damage for him. So let me mark that. Perfect. And as your sister pulls you in, where is her sheet? There it is. She is going to disengage her jaw, and you see these demonic fangs, and she's going to bite at your shoulder.
Ew.
What is your evasion score?
My evasion is 14.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's at least double digits, and that was a 9. So you see that coming a mile away, pull your whip back, and kind of get her off balance, and able to step out of the way of that. As she looks very monstrous, almost like a more demonic version of Melina right now from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, weird.
Would anyone else like to add? Let's see, Nam and Dratzi have already acted. Would Mizzy or Pyro like to go?
Pyro is gonna go blades swinging, pull his long sword out, and try to slash at this giant fucking person in the middle of the room or whatever.
Yeah, go for it.
Whatever, yeah.
Charge in towards
okay,
the prince.
Okay. That is a 20 with hope.
That hits.
Sweet. I'm going to mark a where is it? I'm going to mark a stress so I can add an additional 2d12 damage.
Hell yeah.
So I roll 2d12, but I also roll the 4d8 that come with my longsword.
Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah, that's our captain of the Imperial Guard right there. Hell yeah.
4. Lots of dice.
So yeah, I can hear a lot of dice.
Where's my calculator? I can only add 6s because I'm a rogue main, and these are not 6s.
You can say numbers out loud. I am an accountant. I can add on the spot if needed.
Just 32 points of damage. And I didn't roll that well.
32 points of damage, and as the damage clanks against his scales, I have to roll something. As he will use his reaction to reduce that by 10, as his obsidian scales don't give as much as you expect, even hidden in the cracks of his formed armor. Which it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because his major is 33, so it still would have been minor damage to him. So he takes 1 point of damage as you dig in and you see these scales just kind of crack but not shatter as you expected from that swing. But you did not roll with fear, correct?
No, it's with hope.
Okay, so take your hope point and we will move on to Mazie. What would you like to do, Mazie?
Mazie is going to first beat his chest as a gorilla do, and then also rush and swing the battle axe at the dragon in front of him.
Okay, go for it.
Let's be good. That's not going to hit. I'm going to assume that's a 15.
15 does not hit.
Fuck me.
As you go in and you see him still roaring out in pain from the attack of Pyro, he looks down and is able to just slap your bats away at the last second. And we will move over to, actually, one of our 3 other enemies. I'm going to roll a dice to see which of the 2 of the guys react. Okay. As you see, Phil steps up. First, he uses his reaction. And Mazie, just being this close to such an impeccable person, you feel yourself start to pale in comparison and mark as stress. That is an actual ability this character has.
Fuck you.
And then he will pull out a saber and go to swing at you.
Oh, okay.
I should say the perfect saber is what it's called specifically. That's a very shitty roll. Holy okay, what the... Hold on a second. Oh, I guess... Okay. I guess it makes sense why they don't do a ton of damage. He has a plus 34 attack modifier.
Oh,
So I'm assuming a 39 will hit.
yeah, it does.
Holy shit. But that's only gonna be 25 points of damage because I rolled pretty low.
That didn't even break minor. So yeah,
Figured.
that's fine.
Yeah, I think you have more. You're like on par with the dragon. I'm pretty sure with your threshold, so it's okay.
Mhm.
So you take 1 point of minor damage as it just hits right in between your guard, even though you're like in your perfect like defensive stance. It's right in there, just straight you across the chest.
He's in. Oh, I can't mark my stress because you fucking. Oh.
But with that, we will move on to our next player as Gale is going to at. Okay, so let's see. What do I have to do on my character sheet? As the Monarch Gale stands up, starts to just casually walk towards this group, and is going to make a spellcast roll. So I would +5 to this, and I need 2d12 for once. That is a 13, plus I rolled an 8, which was the number I called out earlier for my 1 ability. So I will mark a hope on this, as well as an additional hope, because I rolled with hope. So that is an 18 on the dot for my spellcast roll. So what Gale does is he pauses time as I use my time chamber ability. As you all freeze. And while time's slow, what else can I do? Automatically in this time you can action roll at targets another creature. Okay. So let's see. What can I do before we resume time? I am going to spend hope. And it says that I can animate an object within range. As the throne behind the prince comes alive and stands up and like forms it like full on transforms into this like humanoid shape of just metal and wood and just like about 10-15 feet tall. And then I will break time as I throw a ice spike attack at the dragon. So spellcast roll and summon very large spikes, but then very far range. So Gale is not super close to everyone. That's another 8. But it's on my fear die. So that's a 20 with fear, so that does hit. I mark hope, but I also mark fear for myself. As you guys come to, the last thing you guys see is Gale walking forward, and then you guys blink, and the throne is alive behind the Emperor, starting to walk towards him, and you see ice spikes pinned through the Emperor or through the Prince's shoulders
Oh my god.
as he's going to
Oh,
take
nice.
some damage from that.
I completely forgot that Gale was on our side.
Gale is on your side. You guys rescued him from being
Yeah, I know. I
executed.
completely forgot. I was like, huh? Oh.
19 points of damage. That's still just minor damage to the Prince, but it does hurt. As you guys see, you have an ally now. And that's your ally, that is. I did roll with fear, though. So the Prince is going to turn around and roll and spray fire breath towards the throne itself. What is this throne's evasion? How does this work? It shares your evasion and traits. Okay, cool. So that's a 14. That is a 16. So you see this thing start to lumber up towards the Prince, and he turns around and just spews out this lava towards it, doing... How much damage does that do? Oh, holy shit, okay. Better the throne than you guys. That does 34 points of damage
Oh my god.
to this throne. This throne has how much health? Says it shares all of Gale's stuff, so I guess it means also hit points and stuff. But Gale's a wizard, so that doesn't say much. That's still over severe, as this thing's going to take 3 points of damage. You see the throne's like already started to be half melted, as like magna is just dripping off of its body. Who would like to? Actually, no. Adira is up next. Adira is very weakened and affected by the crystals. So we're going to treat Adira's sheet a little different. As Adira reaches a hand up and magic spirals out of them, I'm going to make a spellcast roll for Adira. That is a 21 with hope. As Dratzi, you feel yourself invigorated with the familiar touch of your wife's magic. Add 1 hope, and you have advantage on your next roll, adding a d6 to whatever you do.
Oh, fuck yeah.
As you look back, and you see Adira looking up at you lovingly, just struggling as this magic is waving off of them towards you.
I like blow a kiss her way. And I will use... Okay. I would love to... Okay, I'm in melee range of my sister, right?
Yep, you're right next to her.
Okay. So, I'm going to... I'm going to invoke Apex Predator as part of my Wayfinder subclass.
Okay.
I'm going to mark a stress to increase my proficiency by 1 on a damage roll. So I'm going to first you said I have advantage on that?
Yeah,
On
so
the attack?
you'll add a d6 to your roll.
Okay, sick. That is going to be it says a crit success. So 14, a 14 with hope.
14 with hope. Perfect.
Mhm.
And this was against who?
My sister.
Okay, that will miss.
It says critical success though.
What is the exact ability? I'll bring up your sheet real quick so I can look at it.
I guess.
Oh no,
because I got duality.
You rolled a critical success on. Did both dice numbers the same?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then that's just a crit, so you definitely hit.
Oh, okay.
And this was on what was this one? Ability wise, you
This
said?
was so I increased my proficiency by +1 on a damage roll
Okay.
for Apex Predator.
Gotcha.
Every time you say
So
Apex Predator, I think of Regina George. Just want to put
Honestly,
that out there.
same.
Me too.
Dratzi is Regina George confirmed. Got it.
No, not mean enough. But we're killing Regina George.
I mean,
Okay,
you're at least Renee Rapp. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you do your whip attack, right?
I'm doing that right now.
Okay, cool. Roll double damage. It was a crit.
Oh,
Or
hell yeah.
actually,
So
no.
that's
Roll your damage, and then we add your max damage, which would be 30 to that roll.
and then because I did Apex Predator, I
You
added
get an
D4 to it
additional,
too.
yep, you get an additional D4 as well, which you'll roll the D4 and then add 4. So 34 plus a D4 plus your normal 5d6.
Okay, so the 5d6 was 18.
Okay, so that's 52 plus a D4 roll.
Which was
I'm
4.
gonna
So
take a wild stab in the guess and guess that's more than double their severe threshold. So your sister takes 3 points of damage. Jesus. What's it look like as you just take this massive chunk out of your sister, bloodying her?
you said she was in like a succubus kind of.
Yeah, like barely clothed. Everything's accentuated to make them look as attractive as possible. But, besides the demonic maw that they have right now.
I create like a what is it? Like the smile.
Mm-hmm.
I whip like the her cheeks so that they're bloodied and permanently disfigured like that.
Ooh. Which for her, with her maw,
Classic
is like
style.
all the way like up here at this point, because her
Mhm.
maw goes up to like the middle of her cheek at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So literally now from like the corner of her mouth to her ear, there's just these deep gashes on either side of her face as she screams out in
Yeah.
pain. And as she screams out in pain, screams even more because the screaming itself hurts. So it's just a endless cycle there for her.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a head wound would be 50 something damage, so
Yeah, that would hurt. Anyway, that was with Hope, all right? So who wants to add
yes.
next?
Can I? Because so I swapped out an ability.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've got invisibility, which they changed on me, but whatever. I want to make myself invisible, so I gotta just roll that real quick.
Yeah, no, make your spellcast roll.
Don't suck, don't suck, don't suck. 20. I don't suck, but with fear, it's fine.
Noted.
And now I'm hidden. And now that I'm hidden, what, like, who attacked my mom?
Their sister.
Okay,
Your aunt.
cool. I'm a killer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use sneak attack, and attack her with my returning blade because I haven't used that enough.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Actually, I'm attack her with my small dagger because that's a melee range weapon. So I roll with finesse. What? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Don't suck. Don't suck. Don't suck. Oh wait. Also, I'm gonna wait. How do you use experience again?
You
Add
spend a
it to-
hope, and then you can add the roll, add the modifier to the roll.
Okay. It's just good to know. I got a 9, but I want to spend a hope
Mm-hmm.
and use
Use your experience.
use my experience.
Okay.
Is either I don't know which one to use. Assassin. I'm gonna use assassin.
I think both of yours would be applicable for this like specific thing. So
Assassin and like a deadly aim.
yeah, either one would work.
Cool. I'm gonna use assassin because it gives me more.
Okay. So
And
what's that make the attack?
That would make it 12 with hope.
You throw the dagger from invisibility, and she just reaches a hand up and catches it.
How many hope can I? Oh, wait,
You
hang
can,
on.
you can only do it once per per
Okay.
action.
Damn. Okay.
You got anything else?
Um. Sure. I want to pop up in her shadow.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. So you're just closing range with her.
Yeah. Because I can't.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As you do
So.
so,
Yeah.
Lord Nebula is going to use a reaction, and he doesn't like. If you guys look over him as he roars, he doesn't seem to have any rational thought left in his eyes. He's just pure anger, and as he roars, you feel something like a pulse of magic go out across the room. Since you were the cause of the reaction, Casper, roll me a d6.
I'm good. uh. I got a 2.
Yeah, in 2 turns, something will happen.
Cool.
And he's going to use his action to spend. I'm gonna spend a fear point, which I have plenty for you guys. To boil the blood of all targets within a far range, so everyone in this room. So this helps and hurts you guys. The rest of this battle, for your fear dice, you roll a d20. So you have better chance to succeed, but you also have a much better chance to roll with fear going forward.
Okay.
So that will be his turn, and
What if I don't have blood?
it works on you still because you are sentient and alive.
Thought I'd ask.
And even if you look over, you even see the throne is starting to like get angry from this attack. So you guys all feel like anger rising within you from this. Not like you guys needed any reason to be angry in this moment, but still.
Right.
Who would like to react next? As you hear that and feel magic pulse throughout the room.
I will go next because I want to try to hit this fucker again.
Going for the prince.
Yep. My battle axe. I hit the wrong thing. One moment. I need to stop hitting buttons. My bad.
You are completely fine.
I'm gonna just clear the fear die off of here so I can just roll to 20 on my own.
Sounds good.
Roll. And what is that? 15. I'm going to assume that a 21 hits him.
21 does hit. Was it with fear, I'm assuming?
Yeah, with fear.
Okay.
All right, he's going to take 2 damage, regardless of what this damage roll is.
Sounds good.
But roll. That is 46. Just in case he takes more than that.
4d6, you said?
46 damage.
46 damage total.
Mm-hmm. But he will take 2 HP regardless.
Okay. Oh, so you mean he takes 2 actual hit points regardless?
He takes 2 actual hit points regardless.
He does not like that. So he is going to use his reaction to try to reduce the rest of that damage then, because
onslaught. When I successfully hit, my weapon attacks never deal damage beneath your major damage threshold.
Okay. That doesn't reduce it enough, so he's going to take 2 plus an additional 2, so he's going to take 4 points of hit point damage. That hurts. What does it look like as you shatter a ton of his armor?
So as the axe swings again, there's a moment where it's like he tracks where some of the scales are lifted up. So as he swings, his arm just like tenses up and it swings upwards and just carves up from some of the scales.
Awesome. Love it.
Out of curiosity, what level is that onslaught card?
That's a good question.
I don't think it's a card. I think it's one of your base class abilities, right?
It is a
Nope,
card.
it's a card. It's a card.
Okay.
I have it too.
Mm.
I can't see it.
I have no idea what level it is.
I want to say
It's pretty
probably...
freaking high, though. I'm pretty sure.
Level 10.
Level 10,
Oh,
yeah.
well, son of a monkey.
I
No
mean, that would
offense.
make sense for it to be level 10. It literally does 2 points of hit point damage regardless. That's insane. Okay, cool. But yeah, as you hit him so hard that like most of the scales shatter off of his body, and you see like the just red dragons just on its skin underneath. Um, he is gonna use a reaction.
Hmm.
And you see him reach behind and grab Phil. Snap in Phil's neck instantly,
No.
and the body evaporates into ashes as
Oh my
he
God.
is going to invigorate himself by sacrificing an ally for
Yep.
once per battle ability. As you see some of the armor start to reform over. Just mark Phil off my character list.
Wait, he just killed his own.
Yep. He killed one of his allies
Holy shit.
as Phil's body is just gone. It's just ash in the place where he was standing.
Mhm.
As Urden stands up, straightens out, and as he heals, roars to the sky. And it has been 2 turns. As Nebula's ability goes off, I need all 4 of you to roll me a... we'll go with Presence roll. And I will also roll that for Adira and Gale as well.
Oh, 22 with hope.
Ooh, it's a
Oof.
20... Oh, I need to roll a d20.
20
That's
with
right.
hope.
Make sure you guys are rolling d20s
Hope's an
for
11
your
and a
fear.
10, but I have a negative.
Right, I have to roll with my fear.
I rolled,
Fuck.
even with a d20, I rolled double 8s for Gale, so that's 2 points of hope he gets for that because of my wizard ability. That's insane.
19 with hope.
Okay.
16 with fear.
Okay.
I had to do my fear re-roll because I realized that I didn't have my d20 loaded. But then even my real life d20 was a 7 with fear anyway. So yeah, 22.
So both Gale and Adira failed. Who at the 4 of you?
Oh,
Everyone
I'm
else?
sorry. It
Yeah.
would be 11 plus 18 with fear.
Okay. So 29.
Yeah, 29 with fear.
You're good. So who rolled under a 20 total?
Me.
Anyone else?
Mom.
Okay,
I
so
rolled a
just
20.
Dratzi, Gale, and Adira. As you see, the 3 of them cry out in pain, and then their body sort of splits as a copy of the 3 of them step out in monochromatic colors. And all 3 of them will attack the 3 that they came out of. As a whip
That's
comes for
homophobic.
your face, Dratzi. What is your evasion score?
14.
What's your plus to your attack? You know what? I have your character sheet, don't I? Let me just open that. Yeah, that's gonna be a 16, so that's gonna hit. You're gonna take 5d6 damage from a whip attack. I am rolling like shit. I'm not used to using whips. It's fine. It's a 13, so you take 1 point of damage. So it's definitely under your threshold. The one splitting out from Adira is going to point their staff at Adira and cast Fallen Sky. So I'm going to make a spellcast roll. It's going to be a 14, which I believe hits Adira. It does. As you see just a massive meteor of arcane energy rain down through the ceiling of this place. It's going to do 1d20 damage plus 2. But I rolled like shit, so that's going to be 9 points of damage. So Adira will take 1 point of hit points. Which I'm going to do here because it won't let me mark her sheet. And then for Gale, the copy of Gale raises a hand up, and I will make a spellcast roll. That definitely hits. As a force of energy, pretty much a force push, just slams into Gale, slamming him back into the doors of the throne room. And he'll take 4d10 damage. 12, 19, 23 plus 2. 25 points of damage to Gale. So it's going to be definitely major threshold for them. So they'll take 2 points of damage. Who would like to react to all of that? As there's now 3 copies of your friends who seem to be engaged in them.
I'm hidden behind. Sorry, go ahead.
Jet, what would you like to do?
Well, I don't. It wouldn't be like in reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna continue hitting the fucking big guy.
Yeah, go for it.
Nice. Well, not I, I didn't. That wasn't well.
Yeah.
I can count 15.
15 on the attack.
Yeah.
That does miss. As it once again just batters off of these scales.
Wait, am I able to use my reckless ability to mark stress to get advantage on that, which is an extra d6?
Sure you can. Mark stress and roll d6. You need to roll a 4 or higher. So you have a 50% chance to hit him.
No, it's a 1.
Damn.
All right.
So you mark stress, and it still just bounces off ineffectively. But with that, I will spend a fear point to act. As Princess Arana. Very upset at their sister right now. We'll do something. Let's see, what do we want to do here? So I'm gonna reach out to you, and I'm gonna need your. What's your evasion score, Amber?
14.
Oh, just misses. You feel your sister reach out to you, and you feel this like pinkish energy that wafts from her hand start to surround your head and try to pull at the connection that you have to Nam and Adira. But you're able to fight it off and not know what happens from that.
Okay,
You like
great.
you feel them reach into that love that you have for the two of them, and you instantly like turtle up around her and able to resist before they can dig their nails into that. And as you like snap out of that, you look at them, they're just like smiling evilly at you. Won't be long, sister. The longer you resist, the more fun this is for me.
Okay. I don't know if I want to mark more stress than I already have.
Mark all the stress. Do it. It's the finale.
Fuck it. Okay. I'll whip her again.
Okay.
And can I add it? So I have, for one of my experiences, thicker than water, which means my bond with my chosen family
You can
makes
totally
me
spend
stronger.
hope to roll it attacking your sister. Makes perfect sense.
Okay, great. So that adds to
Yep.
that's a 17 with hope.
That hits.
Okay, and then I'm going to mark a stress also so that I can kick her too. Just kick her right in where like the succubus womb tattoo is, and just like uterine kick her.
Forgot you have it as a fawn. You can just immediately goat kick someone.
Yeah. And it adds 2d6 to the damage.
So March stress, so you'll roll a total of 7d6 damage for this attack. As you
Yes, I
whip and then
will.
kick them.
I like there was never any reference to the concept that she has a succubus womb tattoo. It was just like, oh no, succubus womb tattoo.
I decided on it. Listen, Paige said that she was dressed in,
Yeah.
that way.
I get
Nice.
it.
Yeah.
So
What's the damage?
14 with the whip, 9 with the kick. And
Hey.
also it pushes her out of melee range.
Hey, Amber, how do you do this?
You
Because that definitely crosses into her major threshold, and she had 2 hit points left.
I think the kick is so forceful. It not only knocks all of the wind out of her, but it's with such oomph behind it that she cracks her head on the floor. Lights out.
Yeah, and you just hear the like loud slam of a head on concrete and know that your sister will not rise from that as you see the eyes go listless.
And I feel bad about it, definitely. But considering the way that she was just intending to kill so many others, some sacrifices need to be made.
And as you fell your sister, the magic of your country is very cutthroat, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel as your sister passes by your hand, you feel a something take hold in your magic as you feel the title of heir pass back to you once more. Was you are once again princess. Or I should say, since you are married, queen? So Nam, what are you up to?
Well, I was gonna help mom kill enemies, but she kind of handled that. So I'm going to, I guess, attack the. Okay, who's very close to me?
You could attack either Nebula or the dragon.
Cool. I'm gonna shadow bind those 2 guys,
Hell yeah.
and make them restrained. Don't. Oh wait, that's the wrong.
Is that just a
I
spell
can't.
cast roll against their evasion?
Yeah, I guess. I forgot I have to roll a different thing. So,
Oh, good.
well, that's a 25 with fear.
Yeah, they both are restrained. They cannot move.
Awesome. Uh, well, while I have them here, um, do I have an ally within melee range of the target?
Yeah, both Mazie and Pyro are right at the prince's feet at the moment.
Cool. Can I sneak attack him?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. And I'm going to use I'm going to spend a hope point to use the head raven thing because I don't know if that's gonna work. But yeah. Um daggers out. Let's kill this dude.
Yeah, make your attack.
I keep forgetting I don't need that. Hey, yeah. 18, 19, spend a hope point. 19 plus 5.
19 plus 5 damage.
No, 19 plus 5 to hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Cool. I really wanted to hit that guy. Um, and hang on, I've got more because it's with a D6
Mm-hmm.
for. Okay, so D6 for my sneak attack. That didn't go well. My sneak attack gave me 1. So 4d8 plus 1 plus 1. 21, not great.
Still does a point of damage though, as you attack him. And with that, he will.
He is restrained, by the way.
Yeah, he gets still act. It just means he can't move.
Cool.
He will use his legendary ability. So you see him reach down. You see the rune circle is pretty much depleted at this point, but it's still pulsing one last little bit of energy beneath his feet. So he reaches down, grabs it, rips the circle from the ground, and this energy just starts to lash around his body. And he reaches the other hand towards Nebula, the only last of his allies standing, as the magic drains out of Nebula, both Nebula's own magic as well as the pride magic, or not pride, wrath magic that was flowing through his body, flow back into the prince, disintegrating Nebula. But as this energy flows in to the prince, his armor shatters and his body starts to smoke before there's an explosion of magic that knocks you all prone. And as you look up in place where the prince was, same size, body completely made of magma. And with that, we will go to our break. We'll see you guys in 15 minutes to wrap this battle up and see the aftermath.
It's already been an hour?
It's already been about an hour, yeah. See you guys soon. Hey everyone, welcome back from our break. We are going to close out this battle and see what happens. But yeah, before you, Prince Urden erupts and is now this draconic figure just made out completely of magma. Who would like to react first?
Paige, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are those doppelganger people made of shadows?
I don't know, give me a instinct roll.
Oh yeah, and I gotta roll with the D20 thingy. Okay. What does 13 with fear get? Yeah, 13 with fear get me.
It's hard to really know without being able to really sense deeper. They seem to be linked directly to the three people that they're copies of, um, in some almost unremovable way.
Yeah, it sounds
Um,
like a shadow to me. So I'm gonna try and walk through one of their chests and like pop my head out and stab them in the face.
go for it. Give me your smart distress. You're just gonna do the shadow walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna shadow walk and
Give me a spellcast roll.
oh no, I'm a shadow stepper, which is not a spellcasty
Yeah, I know.
thing. I just mark it.
I
Oh,
know. Give me a spellcast
this
roll.
this is just a spellcast roll. Okay, cool. With sure, why not?
You've used the ability enough throughout this campaign to know how it works by now. You've used it every episode, multiple times.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I don't. I'm just saying.
Yeah, 13 with hope.
Okay, who are you targeting?
Um
Adira, Dratzi, or Gale Shadow?
that's an excellent question. I'm gonna say Adira
Okay.
because my mom's already in enough distress. I don't need her to stress out about an evil shadow
Ooh,
creature.
you beat my roll by 1, even with Adira's
No.
crazy instinct score of +5. Jesus Christ. Um, but yeah, so you pop out of the shadow and you are like halfway out of their body.
I'm gonna attack their face.
Yeah, go for it.
Is this a random question? Would this be a sneak attack?
It is a sneak attack because Adira's right next to you.
Haha. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna do my big ass blade.
Go for it.
Actually, I don't know. Do I get 1 or 2 attacks? Because I've got 2 weapons.
You get 1 attack. It's just you didn't choose which weapon you use.
Okay, well then I'm gonna use my secondary one because it has more damage.
Go for it.
Okay. Hi, yeah. Oh, that's a 24.
That definitely
With fear.
hits.
And let's go. Damage roll. That's 29 points of damage plus sneak attack, which is 1d6. 29 plus 5.
Okay. So yeah, you stab and kill that shadow, and it bursts into wisps. But as you do that damage, Adira takes half of that, which will be their major threshold. So Adira takes 2 points of damage. You see them clutch at their chest and cry out in pain as you see these shadows disperse and just pierce through their body.
Okay.
Who would like that next? 2 of you, the Knight Commander and our Emperor at this massive thing's feet.
The captain of the Imperial Guard. They are going to continue. The big guy's still there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, gonna continue stabbing at that big guy with their long sword. Let's choose different dice, ones that are nicer to me. I'm gonna mark a stressed at
Okay.
D6. Okay. I can count. $18.
Misses.
No.
So it just gets
Okay.
stuck in the magma, and you feel your sword starting to melt, and you yank it out in time. So
Okay.
you pull your
well,
sword
that's
out, and your
nice.
sword is just glaringly red right now. But he is going to swipe back at you with these coated claws that are just dripping lava. That's only a 12 though, so I believe that misses you. Oh wait, I'm stupid. He has relentless. I could have made 3 attacks. So made 2 attacks on you and 1 on the Z. Second one's a 16 for Pyro.
My evasion is 11, and I have 3 armor, so I don't know what that does.
Oh, so both of those would have hit you then. Armor you can spend to reduce the damage by your armor score when you roll the damage, is what that does.
Okay.
And then that definitely misses Javante in 11.
No, it doesn't.
11 hits you? Oh yeah, you have low
My
evasion,
evasion is
high
low.
hit
I'm
points.
just
Yeah.
I just have a lot of hit.
Okay, then these are gonna hit. So 4d6 plus 20 on each of these attacks. Oh, 4. First attack on Pyro does 28 damage.
I have resistance on physical damage.
5, 7, 13. Second one does 33 damage. So, and then 9, 29 have 14 damage to Mizzy after the resistance. So you
That's
just take 1 point
minor.
hit points.
Yeah.
How much damage did you take, Jet?
So would I put, because they're in my major damage, not my severe.
If they didn't
Would
cross
they-
into severe, it'd be 2 damage per attack. So you would take 4 hit points total. Unless you have enough armor to reduce it.
I will go ahead and use my stalwart. And
Okay.
I will take one of my armor slots to reduce the damage.
Okay, how much is your armor?
Mm-hmm.
How much is your armor total?
Oh, I have 6 armor total. So
Okay.
how much do you need me to reduce?
No, I
for
meant
you?
like what's the amount that your armor reduces it by?
By 6.
By 6, okay. What was your major threshold, Pyro?
What do you mean?
If you look above your hit points, what's the major
Oh,
threshold number?
18.
18.
So I'd need to use like a bit
Um,
of my armor.
You would probably need to mark 2 armor slots to reduce that lower attack. To
I'll
get
go
under
ahead.
there.
I'll
Okay.
go ahead and
So you take 3 points of damage instead of 4, Pyro.
Okay.
And I think with that, with you using your stalwart and kind of taking the brunt of some of the attack, Mizzy, what would you like to do to this thing?
I should have fucking. I can't do that because I don't have the thing. All right, I have very little that I can do. I'm just gonna whack his bonkus him in the face again.
Hell yeah, do it.
Do we still have our fear die, our d20s?
Yep, it's for the whole battle.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this, and then roll my d20 separate.
Hell yeah.
I've been rolling wrong.
Oh no.
I have Call of the Brave. And since I don't have 2 hit points, my hope die becomes a d20.
Mm.
I'm amazed at this. Anyways, 20 with hope.
Hell yeah.
That hits on the dot.
So you are once more going to take the 2, but let's see what else you take.
Oh yeah, he takes 2 hit points automatically. Love that
Yeah.
for me.
You
So what
take
was he
a
at? He was at
total
the-
of you, and my damage roll is 40.
40.
40.
He can potentially lower this. He's gonna use his reaction. That's a 1. So it's still gonna be major, so I'll take an additional 2. He's looking rough. You take a huge chunk of lava off his body. It kind of like you just remove the middle section of the body and he gets smaller as the lava compresses a little bit more. And he roars out in pain. But he is going to react to that because he did not like that at all. To take his 3 actions, he is going to use Shatter and Might. He's going to use Eruption. And he's going to use his Volcanic Breath all at the Emperor.
Oh.
So first one, I need March Stress to make an attack. And it's successful. It'll do 4d8 plus 20 physical damage. So, that was a nat 20. So I'm assuming this is going to go past your threshold, your major or your severe threshold, but I will still roll for it just to be above board. So 8, 15 plus the mats would be 32, 47, 67 physical damage.
Yeah, that will go over my spear.
So that'll be 3 points of damage. Or actually, you have resistance, right?
I have physical resistance.
No, actually it doesn't. It only does 33 damage then. Shit. So you take what? Is that even over your major at that point?
It doesn't even it goes just barely over my minor.
Do you want to use armor?
I'm gonna use armor.
Damn, you just tanked this massive fist. As it like hits you and pushes you back a little bit, but you guys see Mazie holding this attack in his 2 arms.
That's all you have.
I need 2 agility reaction rolls from you.
Oh fuck.
Both are difficulty 20.
Oh fuck.
As he's going to try to erupt the ground underneath you, and then when you're in the air, catch you with breath attack. It's a lot of lava coming your way.
So that's gonna be a Jesus fuck. I have to do math. That is a 30 with fear.
Okay, the first one's successful, so you'll take half on that. And you will mark 1 stress.
I can't go any higher on my stress.
Ooh, then you mark 1 hit point damage.
Ugh.
That
Second
sucked.
one.
So you take 2d20. 2d20 plus something. Plus 12. And that one you succeeded. It's going to be half. Good thing that's half. It's physical too, so even better. So you take 21 damage on that first attack. What was the other roll?
I'm rolling that one now.
Okay.
Second. Oh no. Oh no. 22.
They both succeed, so you'll take half on that. So they're both gonna fall under minor, so you'll take a hit point each from each attack.
Okay.
As you erupt in the air, and then you're hit with volcanic breath, but you're able to like nimbly move your body around and just get like hit on the sides from both attacks. With that, we'll move over to, let's see, Nam went, Mazie went, Dratzi, or Pyro. Anything you guys want to do? Or no, Pyro did attack. Dratzi, anything you want to do?
Yes, actually. So remind me, who's up?
You see your shadow clone, Gale's shadow clone, as well as the prince. But you would have saw that when Adira's clone burst, it did hurt Adira as well.
Okay. I would love to actually. I have corrosive projectile. Is the prince within far range from me?
He certainly is. Everything in this room is within far range.
Okay, so I would like to use corrosive projectile. I make a spellcast roll against a target within far range. And then on a success, I mark a stress to deal d6 plus 4 magic damage using my proficiency. And then the target's difficulty is temporarily reduced by 1. So let me do the spellcast roll first.
What ability is this? Corrosive projectile?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Just have it up in front of me. Get it.
Oh my god, that's a 22 with hope.
Hell yeah. So that definitely hits. So mark stress and deal your damage.
Yes. 5d6 plus 4 damage. That is going to be a 19.
19 damage.
Yeah. And then the target's difficulty is temporarily reduced by 1.
So that brings him back to his original one in his last form. Got it. Perfect. As you see some more of this lava. This lava doesn't actually melt off, but you harden a big area of it to make an easier target. As like the chest like hardens into like this brittle rock. And with that, Gale
Good
will
God.
take an attack. What does Gale want to do? Gale is going to make a spellcast roll and use Tool for the Job on this experience to aid his construct attack. So his construct's going to make an attack, and he is going to add a plus 10 to this attack by mark and stress. As well as its normal modifier, which is only a 0 because Gale's not good at melee combat. So speed spellcast plus 10, so plus 15 to this roll for Gale's construct. So this throne rolled a 29 to hit. And with that, what else does this give you? Does this thing do anything else? I don't think so. You see Gale reach into a pocket at a belt at his side and throw this ball that rolls across, and as it gets near the throne, it formalizes into like a weapon that attaches to the throne's arm, and then it just thrusts up into this dragon. Dylan, 3d10 damage plus 3. So that's 21 points of damage. So that'll be 1 minor.
Oh my God.
And then
That's a lot of damage.
Gale will use let's see. Who would be next? You know what? This is very fitting because I think Pyro would probably get to act next. Gale's gonna turn to you, Pyro, and use the reassurance ability. And he's gonna look to you like, I see that you no longer under my command, and we are allies here. So do me proud, as you've done so many years. Finish this thing off. And as he says so, he throws something at this thing's feet, and you see chains restrict its blades. You have... you may re-roll a die on your next action roll, if it is not what you like. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna continue swinging. I'm gonna keep swinging at this fucking
Go
thing.
for it.
One of these fucking hits are.
Difficulty 19. You are rolling your d20 for fear, right?
A d20?
Okay, that's what I was saying. That's what I was asking. I know you haven't been hitting. You should be rolling a d20 in place of your fear die because of the one ability.
Oh, well, I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah, so it's be 1d12, 1d20.
Well,
What'd you get?
I rolled a 3 the first time, and then when I re-rolled it, it was a 1. So
Mm.
that was not good. Not good.
No.
No, that was a total of 14. So
Damn. Let's see if we have anything here.
dice are really hating me.
It happens, unfortunately. I'm seeing if anyone has any reactions on these two characters. That what they do. Nope, so that misses. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna cry. No.
Okay. Saint is going to make some attacks against the two of you, Mazzy and Pyro. 2 on Pyro, or 2 on Mazzy, since Mazzy is in its face, and then 1 at Pyro. A 15 and a 22 on Mazzy, both hit. And a 24 on Pyro, which will also hit.
I'm going to spend some armors I'm feeling.
That's, that's fair. Your first attack is going to do 35 damage to you, Mizzy, half to 17. The second one's going to be 40, half to 20.
God.
And then for Pyro, 28 damage.
I actually need to spend enough armor to just full out reduce those.
Okay.
Because if I don't, I will die.
Remember, there is a cool
Marking
death mechanic in this game.
my
it comes to
2
that.
HP.
I'm just
Yay.
gonna go ahead and spend my armors to just get those down to nothing.
Okay. For those of you unfamiliar with Daggerheart, if you do hit death in this game, it gives you 3 options. You can embrace to die, go out in a blaze of glory, and do one last action that will be an auto crit. You can avoid death, roll your hope die, and if it's a value 2 or under your level, you gain a scar instead. Or you can risk it all and just let the dice decide what happens. So keep it in mind, Javante, you're very close to that threshold now.
I'm going to spend 4 armor to reduce that.
Smart. Okay. Believe it is Mazie.
Okay, I am going to attack. I have nothing else I can really do.
You see that giant crit spot from Dratzi on its arm, on its body now.
That's where I'm aiming.
Go for it.
All right, first to roll with the hope. Okay, that's fine. I can get better. I knew I could get better. All right, that's a. My God, I hate math. 20. Hold on.
20's high enough to hit, so you don't
Yeah.
need to add anything past that.
I'm
20 would hit.
hitting. Yeah,
He's
I'm
a 19
hitting
right now.
with obviously with fear.
Are you
All
still
right.
auto doing damage to the 2 damage?
Yeah.
How
Yep, because I still have 2 more to go.
Mazie, how do you do this?
Yes, you
How does the
fucker!
Emperor
Yes!
kill this pretender?
Yes.
Z is going to take the crown off of his head, look directly to the prince, clutch the crown, and instead of swinging the axe, he's just going to slam the crown fully into the wound.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's embedded, we'll take the axe. You want to wear that crown so badly? Let's see if it fits. And I'm just going to swing in a circle and just drive the axe into the crown.
And as you do so, you feel the crown pulse within this thing, and a blast of magic as this thing explodes. The magma disintegrating in the air, and then a bolt of magic hitting Nadira, returning her stolen magic to her as she gasps and stands back up. And everything goes silent. And the last thing you hear is the crown rattle down in front of you. Same design as before, but now some molten rock added to the rim of this crown. And as battle ends, Gale deanimates the throne. It walks back over to its place, and as it does so, it reforms into a throne appropriate for Mizzy. Mizzy, what does your new throne look like?
It is a wooden throne, as it has none of the like jewelry or regalia about it. There are bits and pieces of like bamboo and trees sticking out of the sides that form the more delicate pattern behind it into almost like this peacock style pattern of grass and flowers essentially forming up. And at the 2 armrests, there are essentially just the symbols of his clan, and then the symbols of the Simia and as a whole.
Love that. With that, let's get into our epilogue. So we move ahead 5 years later. We will roll initiative for this. All of you give me agility rolls, and we'll go here in order to see how this turns out for our heroes, as you guys will tell me where they're at 5 years from now.
Fuck. 21 with fear.
Okay.
11 with hope.
Okay.
Hang on.
You're good.
21 with hope.
So, okay.
Hi, puppy.
I got 5
Okay. So then we will start.
with hope, by the way.
We will start with Jet. 5 years later, under the command of Mazee now. With that, the
Thanks.
Empire migrates over to Mazee's nation because the Empire also always follows the homeland to that. So we'll see what the new seat of the Empire is when we get to Javante's turn. But Pyro, how's your 5 years been, and what do you think Pyro's doing now with everything that happened, the death of your ex, because she was killed during that whole intro to that battle, as well as your new title?
Yep. 5 years later. I imagine being the captain of the Imperial Guard, Knight Commander. He, the job title sounds like he wouldn't have like much time off to himself or enough
Mhm.
time to raise a child. But the emperor is really kind and has their priorities straight. So I imagine that Pyro is single dadding it up and like
Mhm.
raising their daughter.
Yeah, it's almost like this Emperor is kind of strong enough to protect themselves at times without a guard.
almost as if like if the commander and I were to have a one-on-one battle, or the emperor and I were to have a one-on-one battle, it might result in a stalemate again.
Yeah, that totally doesn't happen periodically with you guys at all.
Oh.
It's in that
Oh,
same
that'd be
worn down
wild.
bar back in Saab that you guys probably travel to.
Make like a trip out of it.
Your kid has totally adopted my mom as their grandma from the bar.
Mhm. Mhm. Um, I don't know what Pyro would be up to. Probably happier, maybe a little less stressed. Although raising a kid, oh, that is stressful in itself.
Yeah, raising a probably close to preteen girl now. Probably not the easiest thing to deal with being a single parent. But your job has lessened because Mazee is definitely a lot more hands off of a boss than Gale was. And you have a lot more help. But Amber, how is Dratzi and Adira doing 5 years later? Marriage fully revealed and recognized in a giant ceremony by Mazee within a year after the battle. And you guys
Oh,
now residing in your former castle is now yours and no longer your mom's as she's passed the title on to you.
uh, it's strange, right? Because we've been doing our best to fight the installation of these dynastic institutions. We've been pushing to end the tyranny of rule um throughout the years, and 5 years on, Droxy realizes that even though they defected from the family initially as like a protest of the the way things were, that doesn't mean she can't now use her position um to make changes for the future.
Mhm.
So it's taken a lot of finagling, it's taken a lot of mm, um it's taken a lot of winning the favor of the people and actually proving that the wrongs that have been installed for centuries can be right once more. And Droxy's determined to become the last queen that this country will ever see. Because Droxy wants to institute a democratic socialist
What?
government.
Amber creates a
Wow.
socialist government? Wow, I would never have guessed.
Shocking.
Yeah, it definitely
everyone.
shots both your nation of, I remember my nation names, Avon, as well as the nation of Denis. As you know, they are now very closely linked with the open marriage between two of the queen and the duchess of the two nations. As both countries start to slowly move away from monarchy and almost independent of the empire. People kind of expect, open war with the empire because of this, but the emperor, just being a close family friend, doesn't resist too much when the two countries pull away into their own nation.
Right. And rightfully so. I mean, that's part of what, the diplomacy Droxy was establishing over the last 5 years, is trying to ensure that there would be minimal bloodshed
in
in the transition.
In years in the future, Avon and Denis kind of disperse into their own new nation under a democratic senate. Years after Drotsy and Adira pass on. But
And
speaking,
I will not get shot at a rally.
What? When did that happen?
It was coming. That had to have
Yeah.
Amazing.
Speaking of empires, though,
Just learned of that.
as we move over to, I don't need your country's name. What's that? Goal.
Simia?
As we move to Emperor of Cado, King of Goal, first of his name, Emperor Mazie. How's the 5 years been? Because being emperor doesn't just give you that. If you're not the king of your nation, you become the king of your nation, because the empire could never serve someone else in their own country.
So first off, he was king of his nation in the terms of how the rest of the world would have viewed it. He still definitely had the "I'm proving it" fight.
The "I'm proving it" fight with the former king.
Yep.
It's very much like the Black Panther fight where T'Challa comes back and then just beats the shit out of Killmonger after the initial one. That's what it is. It's just it's not even a fair fight.
So post that, I think, as far as how the kingdom functions, there's this very hard move away from the concept of stagnation that the nation had been kind of undergoing to, if we don't progress with ideals, we die.
Yeah. You being emperor now, you're more aware of how the Empire of Cado is affected by the 7 deadly sins. It's kind of a closed secret for the nobles, and knowing now, that having the full knowledge of this, that your country has been affected by sloth for a very, very, very long time.
So trying to veer away from that as hard as possible, and to get them to, at least in some sense, progress and understand the others around them. He is also probably not in saying that, he's also probably not as quick to look for a potential heir. He's sort of just like, things happen as they happen.
Yeah, makes sense. I think this leads to open alliances with both the free marches as well as the new democratic nation across the ocean. As you kind of lead an industrial revolution for the empire, they start to expand, technology booms, and while you maintain your controls for the rest of Mazie's life, when you pass on, it kind of leaves a much better empire behind. Who would Mazie pass the line on to? Can be anyone but a Simia. So who would you have passed it on to?
More than likely, because Nam is going to be inheriting a lot of stuff. I would have said I would have passed it on to Nam, but Nam's inheriting a lot of things. He would more than likely have passed it on to Pyro.
Okay, no, for the record, Nam, everything that Nam inherited is now a democratic republic. So
Yeah.
In the future, we'll get to what happens with Nam here in a second.
But I think he genuinely speaking
That's sick.
would have been like the one person that could beat me would be the person that I would view as right to rule.
And
So
in,
he
and
would have
in your
passed it.
older years, Pyro finally wins the fight.
Yeah, so he would have passed it to Pyro.
That's cute.
So
I
the
love that.
Empire then goes on to prosper under Empire of Cado.
As a thing, he would have also have made
What would your title be?
because he would have been very close to Pyro's kid as well, because
Mhm.
he would have to be. He would have made a dedicated weapon in the same way that his father
Ooh.
made the axe. He would have made like a dedicated sword for the kid.
Yeah, and after that passing, as Pyro finally bests you in combat and you pass the title officially, there's a large celebration in Vidia, as because that is Pyro's home nation, Gale also exceeds the throne of that nation as well to Pyro, as we have the Empire of Cado, King of Vidia, first of their name, Pyro. As it's a very large ceremony where all the friends come and celebrate. And last but not least, we move over to Nam. Nam, your parents' marriage gets recognized and they take over the monarchy of Avon, but that leaves a duchess seat, which is quickly passed over to Nam as Nam becomes the excellency of Denis.
Yeah.
You are fully thrust into this as well as being the spy master of the Empire. How does Nam react to all of these titles being thrust upon them in the 5 years?
So the Duchess see whatever. I'm gonna just hand that off to someone else.
You hand it off, so you quickly hand it off. The next in line would be the cutlery that is animated.
No. I'm gonna give it to the kid who is supposed to be the whoever before,
You hand
right?
you hand it back to the throne.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand it back to the throne because
Okay.
because I'm recruiting the cutlery. And all other children of Adira into being our shadow nation, like a shadow.
Just all the animated become their own spy master
Hell
network.
yeah.
Basically, it's a spy network. What you think is like it's basically just a bunch of mimics.
Oh God.
So the castle has been refurnished essentially with non like living objects because I have recruited the entire castle that had been animated before into my spy network, and we patrol the entire empire wherever we're needed.
Love that.
Why?
Love that so much.
Why can I imagine like a new saying being formed where it's like in like top secret meetings, they're like, watch what you say, watch what you say because the spoons have ears or something.
Totally. And totally quickly as the nations form, because Nam being a construct doesn't really ever pass. Nam is to be the last of you to be alive and will continue past for a very long time.
I keep your stories alive.
You tell their story.
Who lives, who dies.
My God. But yeah, Nam sees nations grow. You see Prince Oliver end up taking over Adira's spot in their later years, having their own family, passing off the different titles along the way until eventually it becomes a democracy senate in those two nations. And your job becomes more of instead of a spy master, you quickly form the equivalent of a CIA in those two nations and become the head of counterintelligence.
It's not so much that it like well, there is that, but it's an element of it. It's just that the nations grow, or like leaders grow with the just fear of always being watched, and every move that they make is being judged by like them never being alone. So intense paranoia shapes the history of this empire.
Yeah.
Because your lamp could kill you.
Yep. Quickly instills the fear of the famous group of adventurers that changed the empire when they killed the draconic emperor before he could take over, as this creepy mannequin never goes away. Always a looming threat in the back of these people's mind. And that is where
I
we
am
will
the
end.
boogeyman.
That
That's
you are the
amazing.
boogeyman.
I can't believe Nam becomes Freerun.
Yeah, Dom does an adventure just retracing the steps of you guys as different things. Like, oh wait, you guys had a short life. Huh.
Hmm.
Love that. But with that, this has been the Empire of Cado. And I'm so sad this is ended, but it was such a great time speedrunning this espionage and deaths in every episode leading to this final battle.
That's so good.
But with that, why don't we go around and tell people where they can find you elsewhere, and where they can find you on socials. And we'll start backwards with Casper.
OCO, I am Casper the Imby Ghost. I have played Nam, the Never Dying. And yeah, you can find me in Winter Tales Castleton event where I play Quartermain Court Stormfell. Um, and I'm trying to basically get on the good side of a demigod. And then when I'm not there, you can find me Tabletop Titties every Tuesday and Thursday, or every other Tuesday and Thursday. We're playing City of Urban Shadows right now. And I play Billy, who's looking for a werewolf looking for their girlfriend.
You? A werewolf?
Yeah, what? No way.
Look,
Crazy.
I got a
Sounds-
brand. I stick to it.
You sure do. Amber.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. You can find me anywhere there's internet at the Space Jamber, but you won't find any recent content because I'm on hiatus. So yeah, go to your local library. Get a library card. Did you know that your local library actually potentially has like a seed library if you want to plant plants, or if you have needs for, I don't know, kitchen supplies, your local library might have kitchen supplies for checking out. The DC library does. So
They have 3D printers too.
yeah. So since I won't be on streams, go do something in your community.
You know, until I steal Amber for another stream in the future. That'll probably happen.
Oh yeah.
I probably 80% of the people I stream with are just friends, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move over to Javante.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Javante. I've played MZ, the Simia who became an emperor. Things you can find me at. Not. I don't know if everyone knows the whole thing. Not this coming Tuesday, but next Thursday. I think we're doing.
I think it's still Tuesday. It's still next Tuesday.
Is it next Tuesday?
It's still going to be
Okay,
on a
cool.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Next Tuesday, we have Power Rangers Fairy Arcana Force on this channel.
For our finale.
Our finale. Nightmares and Fireflies is done, but that means that coming up soon, TM, we have Set Sail, the One Piece D&D 5e game on my channel, which is going to include Paige.
Me in a game with Javante? No way.
No way, crazy. And for BIPOC Mental Health Awareness Week, I will be running a Star Wars 5e game over on Wanderer's Haven, called It Was Just for Creds.
That's awesome.
Anything that gets donated to them goes immediately to BIPOC mental health charities. So if you want to check that out, I'm not doing anything else until kind of like post the Gen Con season. But then after that, I'm immediately busy again with three other games, one of which being a Dragon Age game, which I'm excited
Right there
about.
with you, fam. We get a break, and then it's packed after Gen Con. And again,
Shooting to
I
the moon
get
again
you.
is awesome.
Okay. And
Yeah.
And from one emperor to another, Jet.
Yo,
Hell
what
yeah.
up? I'm Jet, also known as Cos Pingu all over the internet. That's TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. I don't know. You can find me here tomorrow for our finale of Death Was Easy, Paige's Hades inspired game, for the finale, last session. Hopefully.
Yeah, tune in to watch Jet totally not die at all. Not gonna happen.
Mm-mm. And you can find me on Wednesdays on Dice and Autism's channel for our finale of Hero U. It's just a finale week.
all the
It's
finales.
sad.
Oh,
Also, I will still be attending Gen Con. You can find me at Gen Con on New Rollis's panel. Live playing. I don't know what I'm playing yet. I might be playing Alessia again. We'll see.
that will be the only panel I attend, just to see you and Abigail and all the rest of them, honestly.
And B and Nate,
B
yeah.
and Nate, yep. And obviously, as they are not here, but they will also be in that panel and at Gen Con. Go see Abigail. Go follow Abigail. Abigail's great. We love her. And then I am Paige, everybody. You know that. I also go by Pluto Cleric everywhere on the internet. I'm a queer trans woman streamer and game master on a quest to run every game in the known universe. As you heard from some, I got a lot of finales coming up. Tomorrow's Death Was Easy at 10 p.m. Eastern here on the channel. And then the following Tuesday of next week will be our Power Rangers Very Arcana Force finale at 10 p.m. Eastern as well. Besides that, this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern on the channel, I am going to be running a charity game for the PCRF. I will be GMing for the first time a game of Monster Hearts with Huddred Muddred, Madaloon, Isabel Is Okay, and Serena. I forget their social handle, but you'll see the promo up sometime this week. But tune in for that. Try as much money as we possibly can for that. It's a good charity. And then after that, after all those games, I will be on a little bit of a streaming break until after Gen Con, because I am moving out of Ohio for good this Saturday. And I need to settle in and then go to Gen Con. So keep an eye on the socials for everything afterwards. Obviously, I'll be in the One Piece game with Javante, but I have some other fun stuff coming up, as well as the new content updates I've talked about. So with that, we will see you guys later. Have a good night, everyone.